Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Black 80! Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Patrick. 12, fellas. Here we go. 5.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
21.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Second and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Quick, get ready. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Quarterback, don't get nervous.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson, and he gets it to C.J. Anderson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
54 Mike. Hey, alert. Bring out.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. That is incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
47. Run left. Check. 47. Hey, pick your game up. 47's a Mike. 47.
On third down, Wilson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's another Seahawks.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
4 down.
Here's Wilson on 3rd down. This is Clark. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Wait, Edie! Not today. Hey, check right.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
Slam.
Now Wilson to throw on third down. Going up top and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Push him back.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3rd and long.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Here's Wilson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Right there, 56. Hey, alert.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 18. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. 21.
Here's Coleman. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Get wide. He's crashing. He's checking crap.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Mike, waiting. Mike, 5-4. I'm on.
They'll try and run with their fullback. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
36. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Quick. 36. 36. I got one. Good shot.
On third and one, Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. First time they looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Hey, 0.
On first down, Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
I got him. Check 24. 12.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's go. Pick it up, Pete.
Alert.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second, I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
You ain't got nothing.
Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
11.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's just me and you. Hey, Charlie. 55. Hey.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Now it's Carson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Go. Tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On the Seahawks 31-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
65. Hey, Foxtrot.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And an alley to run. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Here's Carson, and an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
They run it with Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Alert, 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 alert.
Now Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hand. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And now it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
He's back to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Alpha.
They'll look to throw. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo now. 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, echo. Let's go, D.
back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
12, fellas, here we go. Hey, Delta.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Ship. He's coming. We got double up.
This is Carson. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Good job right there. Check pass.
Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Seahawks, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home.